And it's time for Lefties Losing It, and let's check in with this charming lass. You know, she doesn't have to declare her politics. You know precisely how she votes.
I can help you talk to somebody.
He didn't use his turn signal!
Man, can I please call you an ambulance?
I do hope that is satire, but I think it's just another example of a lefty losing it. Now to the worst vice president we've had. Here is Kamala Harris being Kamala Harris.
And I was just telling somebody recently who didn't know, we performed Free to Be You and Me. When I sang about my friend William, who was 5 years old and wanted a doll to hug and hold, I could sing the whole thing.
I think you should sing some now.
She always seems a little over-refreshed, and we should know today is a special day. It's the anniversary of this great speech. The iconic coconut tree speech was shared by Kamala with the world. It was a gift, really, 2 years ago. How time flies when you're unburdened by what has been.
My mother she would give us a hard time sometimes, and she would say to us, I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context.
Now, this is a delicious little clash. Here is Candace Owens owning Jason Lee.
Let's not conflate it with being black. Otherwise, you'd have to defend Rachel Dolezal.
Well, there's no. Well,
would you defend it?
Well, there's no defending crazy. That's crazy. But
why is that crazy?
Hold on. Because she was a white woman that says she was black.
Yeah, that's a man saying he's a woman.
But let's back up.
If you're gonna say that a man can just be a woman, why can't Rachel Dolezal just be black? You got to be consistent.
Because she's white.
Okay, because it's a man.
No, but hold on. I get it.
You know I'm right.
I get
you know
it.
I'm right.
No, I don't agree. And this is not a matter of right or wrong.
But it is.
Hold on.
This one is.
Let me tell you.
Why isn't Rachel Dolezal black?
Because she's a white woman.
Okay, because it's a male or it's a female.
You know.
Now to some Aussie lefty losing it action involving some loony left versus loony left hate and hyperbole. Yes, the feral left is turning on each other with Clementine Ford, who has in the past posted racial abuse about me and misogynistic abuse about other female conservatives. Kind of weird for a supposed women's rights campaigner, wouldn't you think? Well, she's now turned her attention on fellow far-left feminist simpleton Abby Chatfield, who, when not promoting butt plugs, is slamming anything to the right of Joseph Stalin. Remember her very sane, very measured reaction when Donald Trump won in a landslide?
If you're a woman in Australia and you think the US election doesn't affect us, just know they now have permission to be outwardly sexist and support a rapist. Just know that. In your heart, know that they now have permission. They now think they are the majority, and they're so uneducated that they think that because they're the majority, they are right. They now have permission to be racist, transphobic. They have permission to laugh about our reproductive health and our reproductive freedom.
Well, if you can believe it, she's more unhinged now than back then, because her fellow leftist feminist, Mad Greenie, Clementine Ford, has criticised her for being shallow and profiting from the performance of being politically engaged and presenting herself as a voice of feminist and political authority. That's a direct quote. Strong words, and that had Abby in an almighty meltdown. This is worse than when Trump won.
Stop lying about my character and my intentions. I get it enough from... Please stop dehumanizing me. Please, you can criticize my content, you can criticize my work, just I'm begging you to stop lying about my intentions and stop saying that I have a personality disorder. You don't know me. And this is so triggering. I just want her to stop.
Yes, no personality disorder there. And yes, you must not dehumanise those you disagree with, Abby. What good advice. If only you thought of that when you said Conservative voters have no empathy and that it's a good thing that they're supposedly dying out.
We spoke to Adam Bant today on the radio show. Thank you, Adam. Loved you, loved talking to you. And I really am thinking that, or hoping, that in the next 10 or 15 years, as people who are voting for the Liberal Party literally die out and also metaphorically die out.
Literally die out, literally and metaphorically, pretty dehumanising, I would have thought. But let's get back to this left v left inspired meltdown, because of course you're the victim, always the victim.
Also, please, when I post about Palestine, stop using that as a reason to critique me more and say that I'm performative or whatever. Please stop discouraging me from posting about Gaza. It isn't working, but you're discouraging others. And you're encouraging trolling of me. Please, I'm just trying to do what I can to help. I don't understand why she's so adamant on proving that I'm awful. I don't get it.
This pity party did not stop there. The heart of it is the accusation from Abby Chatfield that Clementine Ford is sending her leftist trolls after her. You know, something leftists always do, but though they love to dish it out, they're not so good at taking it.
Because I'm aware now of someone spreading malicious lies about me again and again and again and again and again because she claims to know my intentions on everything. I'm scared of her. Please stop. Clementine, I am begging you to stop. You don't know me at all. You're a stranger. I deal with so much every single day.
Oh, love, you should see what a conservative woman with a platform deals with every single day, including from the likes of you and Clementine Ford and your ill-informed, hate-filled hordes of lefty losers. We don't go crying about it. I say this genuinely. If it's affecting your mental health, then turn off your phone, log off, go for a walk. Don't do this.
I deal with insults every single day. I do not need it from you because you know that when you say it, you validate it for people on the left. And you are encouraging trolling, you are risking my safety and you are f***ing my mental health. Please stop.
Yes, abuse from the left is another level, Avi, but let's not pretend you're not doing to Clementine Ford precisely what she's done to you, and that is sending your ill-informed, biofilled fans to troll her. Now, the fallout from Bernie Sanders' disastrous interview with Fox News' Brett Bauer continues. You know, the one where the global warming hysteric and socialist defended his use of private jets.
The only way you can get around to talk to 30,000 people. Think I'm going to be sitting on a waiting line at United, waiting, 30,000 people are waiting? That's the only way you can get around. No apologies for that. That's what campaign travel is about. We've done it in the past. We're going to do it in the future.
Only problem is you're not in campaign mode. There's no election, Bernie, and you're not the leader of the Democrats or the candidate. You can line up at United with the rest of them, and you know you've gotten stuffed up when even CNN is mocking you.
Tell me what the moment was in that answer that you thought, oh, this is going wrong.
The United thing, because we all you're a man of the people. How dare I have to be with the people, right? That's what, look, it's a cheap question. It's a smart alecky question. So it wasn't a serious question. It was kind of trolly. But his answer was terrible. You can't defend this answer. Hey, buddy, we all have to stand in line. We all have to do this. Even if you have 1K privileges, you're still standing in line. You still have to do this. You got to go through security.
It definitely came across as I'm not going to stand in this line.
Chuck Todd, he can't help himself. He has to be a clown. How was that a trolly question? A socialist taking private jets across the country should not be held to account. Joining me now for more on this is Sky News contributor Kosha Gator. Kosha, that was not a good performance from Bernie. And what campaign is he talking about? I mean, what sort of delusional situation has he got himself into?
The sweet addiction of private air travel is hard to give up. He's never going to give it up. We know we're all used to the hypocrisy with the climate hysterics, as you say, whether it's him or Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, Al Gore, who's the OG, or the hypocrisy of socialists like AOC and him. They just love the trappings of capitalism and the comfort of private air. So we know that. But I think the worst part for him was when he let the mask slip and show the superiority complex. Like, why should I stand in line with the little people? So much so that even Chuck Todd, even though he tried to throw a lifeline by criticizing the questioner, Brett Baier, he had to admit it, as you say. And he let the mask slip, and we're all here to see it.
That's it. And it's United. If he's too good for United, it's not like he's getting on Spirit Airlines. Now, that I would like to see.